About a month ago, I said this about the most recent bear market rally. Personally, I think this rally will be relatively short-lived, and to the end of the year, October, November sort of time, I think we're going to see a fairly hefty pullback. And it's pretty much turned out to be true, with everything pulling back to where it was in June or July. While there's still likely worse to come, today seems like a great opportunity to hop in and give my September Vanguard Portfolio update. If you do like videos like this, please don't forget to hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel to catch all of my future Vanguard updates. In the last video, my portfolio is valued at £12,433, and I've actually invested a further £325 into this account since then. Back in August, I also had a fairly tasty rate of return of 40.8%, but this couldn't now be further from the truth. If we hop into my portfolio, you can see that my Vanguard account is currently valued at £12,084.52, so it's pulled back around £350 since the last update. My personal rate of return is now sat at just over 25% at 25.55%, and my largest holding is of course still in the S&P 500, but the overall value of that has decreased by about £300 since the update. I've now used £1,025 of my ISA, so I've still got just under £19,000 of ISA available for this tax year. So I'm a little bit behind where I would like to have been, but as I've said in previous videos, and if you're keeping up with my community tab, you'll know a little bit as to why I've not been investing quite as much as I would perhaps normally have done by this point within the year. You'll also notice that I've got £44.49 in available cash that will soon be allocated towards potentially the European market, obviously ex-UK, and I've currently got one pending buy order of £100 going into the S&P 500. So that will likely get me one unit of the fund, and I'll have around £40 left to reallocate as I see fit. Popping through to the performance tab, you can see this all shown nice and neatly on the graph. On the right hand side of the graph, you can see a lot of the volatility that we've seen throughout 2022 so far, with many peaks and troughs on a month-to-month basis. You do also have to factor in my monthly investments here, and because my portfolio isn't a massive size just yet, the £200 to £400 that I'm putting in every single month is still a fairly large percentage of the overall account value. So that could be a reason for some of the movement that we see on the graph. The total amount that I've contributed to this portfolio since opening it in May of 2019 is £10,770, and I've got a total return to me of £1,314.52. September is dividend month for all of Vanguard's ETFs, so I am expecting some dividend income very, very soon. This won't be quite to the same level of the £93 that I received back in May, but it should still give me around £50 to £60 of additional income into my portfolio. By moving across to calculations, we can see a further breakdown of exactly where I'm sat. You can see the current invested gain or loss, this unrealised gain or loss in my account at the moment is £665.05. So that's capital growth that I've got from investing this cash, but I haven't yet sold out of a position, so it's still kind of in the market. The investments I've sold have returned to me £341, and that's of course from that life strategy that I did sell probably about 6 months ago now. The gross interest, so that's cash on cash return from holding cash in the Vanguard account, is 63p, and that is compounding at about 10p now every single month because we're seeing rising interest rates. Total dividend income is at £336.40, and I've paid a total of £28.97 in charges in the little over 3 years that I've had this ISA open. If we click through to the month, this is where we can get a month-on-month detailed breakdown of exactly what's been going on within the account. If we look at September so far, you can see it's not been a particularly good month, with me down over £318, and it's only the 24th of September to this point, so it could be a far more substantial loss than I'm currently sat on. I have actually invested £125 this month so far, and as I said, made 10p in income returns. Now of course the dividends aren't sat there yet, but if we scroll down to last September, you'll be able to see that they didn't actually come in until October, and we made around £49 in dividends. That was from a little under £10,000 in invested value, so we can expect to see something similar this time around, so around 40, 50, maybe £60 in dividend income during September/October, whenever it comes in. I will of course update you on the amount that I make in dividends as soon as it does happen, so watch this space. If you use Vanguard, you'll know that you can get a detailed breakdown of each of the different investments that you invest in by clicking on the Investments tab. You can scroll down and see all of the 6 different funds that I currently hold within my Vanguard ISA. My Ftse Emerging Markets, I've invested £1,732. It's got a current value of £1,706, with an income or dividend of £50.70. So overall, I'm up 2.82%, or just under £25. So fairly break even there. I also invest in the Ftse Developed Asia x Japan ETF, having invested just over £605. It's currently valued at £640, with the additional £37.47 in dividend income, giving me a gross return of just under 19%, or £72.69. The Ftse Developed Europe x UK is currently my worst performing fund because of everything that's going on in Europe at the moment. I've invested just under £1,400 into that position, and it's currently valued at £1,248, with a total dividend income of £33.34. That equates to a total loss of 14.79%, or just under £110 in loss. Not great at the moment, but hopefully in the long run, continuing to buy into this position at the moment will enable me to lower the average cost of each unit of the fund, and then when it does continue to grow in the future, I should begin to reap the rewards. Then down to the Ftse Japan Etf, which I've currently invested £944 in. With a current value of £902, it has made a loss for me, but I have received a dividend of just under £19. All in then, I'm down 4.24%, or I've lost just under £24 in capital. We've then got the Ftse 100, which was of course my worst performing ETF for a substantial amount of time. But during and throughout the COVID pandemic, I took maximum advantage of the reduction in cost and decided to put a lot of cash into this. And obviously I'm now seeing the benefits of that the other side. So I've invested £1,553 into this position. It's currently valued at £1,624, with a total dividend return of £114.92. So really nice dividend I've got from that. Seeing a gross return of 21.81%, or £185.58. The final one on this list is of course the S&P 500, my largest position, and of course the gold standard for any investor out there as to how the market is doing. In this position, I've invested £5,042.20, with a current value of £5,818.31. A nice little dividend of just under £81 from the 3 years of holding onto this position, and a gross return of 50.50%, or £857 and a penny in capital return. All fairly nice then, albeit with a capital depreciation of around £700 since the last update. If we pop through to holdings, we can see a detailed breakdown of exactly my current weighting of each of the ETFs. So emerging markets, I've currently got just over 14%, and I'm targeting 15%. The Ftse 100, I've currently got 13.44% in allocation. I'm currently targeting 10%. So that's the one that I still need to be tweaking, which has been similar throughout the last few months of updates. The Ftse Asia Pacific x Japan, I'm targeting 5%, and I'm around 5.3%, so just on par there. The Developed Europe x UK, I'm targeting 12%, and I'm currently on 10.3%. Ftse Japan, I'm targeting 8%, and I'm on 7.5%, so again fairly close there. And the S&P 500, targeting 50%, so the largest fund that I'm planning to hold in this account, and I've currently got 48.15% weighting towards the S&P 500, which is of course one of the largest global markets. Something I did notice the other day is if you click through to the detail view, you can see I almost hold 100 units of the S&P 500. While this doesn't really mean a whole lot, it is somewhat of a milestone and shows the power of continuing to invest every single month, and the possibility for anybody to do what I'm doing. So you can see, despite this being a fairly poor month in terms of general return, over the last 3 months I have done fairly well. And this is because of the power of the bear market rally that we did see. Over the last 3 months then, I've invested £625, and my investment has returned to me £663.79. So over the last 3 months alone, I've had a rate of return of about 6%, which really can't be grumbled at, especially when you consider the pullback that we've seen this month so far. And of course I do expect that to continue, and it's going to probably be a fairly difficult winter for investing, but as I've already said, a great time to buy in, especially if you're very new to the process and not planning on using the cash for 10 to 15 years. If you want to see where my portfolio is at in August, you can check out that video just up here. And if you want to know how to make over £500,000 investing just £100 per month, check out this video. And there we have it then, a really quick roundup today of my Vanguard ISA, currently valued at £12,084.12, with a rate of return of 25.55%.